Understandably, everyone's focusing on US and Israel strikes against Iran. But just bear in mind that on February the 17th this year, the former Israeli Prime Minister stated that Turkey is the new Iran, as he warned of the threat posed by Turkey. And this is raising questions: where next? I find the concept of permanent security explained by Dirk Moses to be helpful here. This idea that governments justify war by saying, if we don't kill tomorrow's threat today, then they will come and kill us in the future. Now, Moses explains that the Nazis actually coined this term and used it as their legal defense, basically saying, well, of course we had to eradicate and destroy these groups, because otherwise they would have come and destroyed us. But the central point Moses is making is this isn't unique to the Nazis. The US war on terror embodied this very same logic, and we see this again now with the US and Israel. Despite telling the American public that he wouldn't get involved in all these wars, Trump has conducted strikes in 7 countries since coming into power. Now, in his defense, these aren't big wars, are they? He's just conducting airstrikes, and ultimately he's emboldened by what's gone on in Venezuela and hoping that this will play out in Iran. Personally, I would love to see an end to the Iranian regime. They are truly horrific. The scale of killing earlier on this year was alarming, and that's from me who studies mass violence. But we saw this approach taken in Libya in 2011, when they conducted a regime change with no post-war planning. As one advisor from the Pentagon said, this was the first time in US history that they'd actually planned nothing for after the airstrikes being done. This is exactly what we're seeing now in Iran, and what we saw in Libya was utter catastrophe, civil war, and crimes against humanity. Feels we're at a crossroads, because if this goes badly, the US and Israel are bogged down in a quagmire for years to come, and God knows what the consequences are for the Iranian people. But if this goes well, are they just suddenly going to turn their sights to Turkey? The US may not actually want that at the moment, but it seems like there are certain people in Israel who are already thinking that way. This is why the concept of permanent security is so important, because if that's your objective, you will never stop waging wars.